everyone. All right, you're going to get ready with me. I'm going to do some super fast makeup. I am going to do some yard work today. I'm not going to put a ton of effort into the way I look this morning, but I want to show you how easy your makeup can be just to feel a little pulled together. Let me brighten myself up just a little bit. Hi, everyone. In case you don't know me or you're new to my page, my name is Mandy. I'm almost 52 years old. In about 6 weeks, I'll be 52. Is that a problem for me? Nope, because I found a way to do my makeup and embrace everything about my face because of the makeup I found. So if you are struggling to still feel really pretty at your age, or if you feel like the makeup world is passing you by, please don't feel that way. I'm here to show you you don't have to live like that when it comes to your makeup. You can still feel really pretty. Okay, so I'm going to show you start to finish what I'm going to do. Okay, I don't gatekeep anything. I show you the products. Most of them are drugstore that you can go get today. Okay, so to save time, I did do one thing, and that is I did put my brow mascara on. Hi, everyone. This is the NYX Thick It Stick It. I love this for my brows. I'm going to get myself a little bit bigger here because I really want you to be able to see. And I want you to see I have 52-year-old skin. I have 52-year-old under eyes. Okay, so we're not going to worry about me looking 20. You can relate to what I'm going to show you. I have redness. I woke up with a little pimple there. I've got broken capillaries on my chin. This is what 52 looks like. This is real life. This is reality, okay? And we're going to keep it real here, all right? Anyway, this is all I've done. I love this product. And then I'm going to quickly, though, I am going to put on my lash serum because I forgot to do it last night. This is a lash serum that I have used for 2 years. I will never be without it again, ever, because until this, I did not have lashes. And you're going to see I use drugstore mascara. I have tried all, by the way, this is in my bio with a link, a 20% off discount code. I have tried every high-end mascara because everybody that is an influence on here tells you they're amazing. I got a secret for you. They're not. They're not. They're not any different than some of the drugstore ones. And you want to know why? Because most big companies, L'Oreal, Maybelline, own all the other companies. Okay, so there is no reason to drop $40 on mascara. So do you see what I'm doing here? I just do one little swipe along my lash line. I have never had trouble with this lash serum. Like I said, I've used it for 2 years. It has never affected my eyes, never caused me problems. I mean, I'm not making any disclaimer that you won't, but I have never had anybody who's tried this come back to me and say, Mandy, I just can't wear that. I can't use that lash serum. You know what they do tell me? Is that other brands did bother their eyes. And that's because this company is super conscientious about the ingredients they use. The company's called Hello Skin. They make 3 things. I call them the in and out of serums. They make a vitamin C serum, they make a plant-based retinol, and they make a lash serum, and that's it. Okay? So grab it. It's amazing. So I'm going to put that on. It needs about 30 seconds to dry, and we're going to move on to something else while we're waiting. Welcome, everybody. Okay. Next thing I'm going to do is I am going to do something with my under eyes, a preliminary step. Okay? I move around my face in stages, and I do that because it's fast. It gets my makeup done faster, okay? So while that's drying or while your brow mascara is sort of drying, move on to something else, okay? So you're not wasting time. This is one of the very first products I purchased that really opened my eyes to color correction. And it's Milani, and it's cheap. Cheap and cheerful, okay? As my nan in England would say, cheap and cheerful. This is by Milani. It's called the Supercharged. It's called the Under Eye Tint 120 Peach. But let me just tell you right now, if you are wanting to color correct, you don't have to just use this under your eyes. You're going to see where else I'm going to use it. Do you see I've got the red nose? I got the red chin. I'm going to use a little bit of this there because anything dark, whether it's dark blue, dark red, anything that has depth of color to it is typically going to have blue. Even red can have blue in it, right? Orange is the key. I'm going to put my hair back because I'm going to get told by somebody to put my hair back. So I'm just going to do it now before someone tells me. Okay. I even bought this thing so you guys don't have to tell me. Okay. So I'll put my hair back. It's ridiculous, but people don't want to see me fussing with my hair. Okay. So there we go. This is way too young for me, but it works. Okay. So I'm going to take a tiny bit of this. Please ask me questions, guys, as we go. That's what we do here. We problem solve. Okay? And hopefully by the time you see me finish my makeup, you're going to try for the few of the products that I've used. Okay? And none of this is sponsored. Okay? Just so you know. This is all I'm going to do. Right here. Right here. Very creamy. It's more like a tint. Okay? So here we go. The hair drives you crazy. Oh, I'm so sorry. That must be horrible for you. But it's back now, so you don't have to worry about it. Okay, so there we go. A little bit under my eyes. This is going to knock the edge off of the darkness. Just pat it in. Just pat it in. Okay. Do you see how it just neutralized some of that darkness? It does come, I think, in a darker orange. And I've heard it also comes in a pink, which a pink is a good brightener, but a pink only color corrects, yes, is the first thing under my eyes. Yes, except for my moisturizer. I always put moisturizer under my eyes in the morning. Pink only color corrects green. So do you see what I'm talking about? It is great if you just, and I got my little mirror here. I always have a little mirror here because I've got 52-year-old eyes, and I double check my work and make sure it looks good. But that's just a quick fix. It's a great quick fix. Is it the best under eye I can make? No. But I'm doing yard work today, so I'm not stressing about perfection. Now, where else can I put this? Remember what I said? No, yellow corrects purple. So this might not have enough yellow in it. If you want to get a true color correction, yellow color corrects purple, orange color corrects blue, green color corrects red. But most people overuse green because the red isn't red enough for green. So this is dark red. If it was a bright red like no, it doesn't crease because it's very thin. It's very sheer. Most red is dark. Most red is dark. Purple needs yellow. Purple, the opposite of purple is yellow. Now, if it's dark, dark purple and it has blue, then orange could work. So I would try it. But typically you need a yellow for purple. Do you see how I'm putting it on my dark red nose? A little bit there. Shear it out. I'm going to do something on top of this, but I really like this step. Look at that. I really like this step as a first step to neutralize. Because you guys, if you're new to my page, welcome. I really love color correcting. I really love color correcting. Yes, yellow color correctors are hard to find, but I'll show you the one that I recommend. It's in my compact. I'm going to crack open that compact in just a minute. But look at that. Really pretty, right? It's evening out my skin because I'm putting it where I need it. I'm not slapping it everywhere, right? Okay, a little bit on my chin. Again, it's really sheer. This is not concealer, so it's not thick. Fingers work best. Just stick to the finger. Now again, this is probably not going to be your glam makeup, your date night makeup. But just to run to Lowe's and get my plants, this is going to be perfect. I'm going to put a tiny bit on top. I'm going to show you my lashes. You're going to see this beautiful cream makeup that I wear. Okay, I'm going to put a tiny bit up here just because I am carrying a little bit of redness right here. Okay. Again, just fingers is all you need. And I will reevaluate my under eye and decide if I want to do more. I'll decide if I want to do more. Again, always start with moisturizer. Please, 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 please. If you have mature skin, don't wake up in the morning and start putting makeup on your skin without moisturizing. Now, what I've done essentially is I have sort of got rid of the distractive darkness on my skin, the dark redness, the dark under eye. It's getting better, okay? And I work in if I have to layer, my layers are going to be very light and almost undetectable. I don't layer thick products typically because my old wrinkled skin can't take it. And I don't want my face to have a surface that looks completely unnatural and doesn't match the rest of my body. So if I had a spackled face, and I can trust me, I know how to create a face full of makeup that is completely void of any detection of skin, pores, anything, okay? But that looks so ridiculous. Oh, thank you, Lisa. That looks so ridiculous on my body because what do you do about that old neck? What do you do about that old chest? Like, where do you stop, right? So let's make this all look like it belongs on the same body. Let's make this all look like it goes together. Yeah, it did brighten up my skin, and I only put it on the dark areas. That's the key to color correcting. Okay, that's had time. My brows have had time to sit. And if you're just joining, what I did first, I put some of the NYX Thick It Stick It brow mascara on my brows in the color Cool Ash Brown. Now I'm going to go into the NYX. NYX has no idea who I am. Trust me. Which I kind of like because I don't have to do posts or say things that they want me to do just because they're paying me. Okay. You use the Peach and Lily Matcha Moisturizer. It's the best. Oh, great. Yeah, moisturizing is key. You got to put makeup on dewy skin. I talk about moisturizing skin so heavily because you know when you've had a parched, if you think of a desert, the dirt on a desert, the cracked dirt, the dirt that is so void of moisture. When it rains, when you add moisture to it, to something dry, it does not absorb it right away, right? It sort of puddles on top because that ground is so dry. Now, that's why you get flash floods in the desert, right? Because it can't absorb the moisture. Now, once that ground is moisturized, once it's got damp, if it rains again, what happens? That ground immediately absorbs that water. It's ready for it. It's primed, right? It's conditioned. So you're conditioning your skin for makeup when you moisturize. I missed a couple comments. Let me go back quick. How do you deal with breakouts? My skin is dry and sensitive. I don't have acne prone. You know, I don't deal with acne personally, but what I will tell you is the girls that have come to me for help on the makeup I wear, and I'm going to get into that in just a second because I think the makeup you wear has a huge impact on your skin and your skincare, obviously. They stopped overworking their skin and their breakouts lessened or stopped. And what I mean is they don't over dry their skin. Even hormonal acne. I just heard from a girlfriend of mine who said that she did a couple things I told her to do. Number one, only wash at night, moisturize at night, don't wash again in the morning. Even if you wake up shiny, do not wash your face again in the morning. She stopped doing that. Her hormonal acne went away. So I feel like we are overworking our skin and we got to get out of that cycle because overwashing, which you may think is getting rid of bacteria and oils, what you're actually doing is stripping that skin barrier that your skin works hard to build. And I'm not saying this happens in 1 day or 2 days or even 1 week, but if you get out of that cycle of overwashing, your skin may calm and it will appreciate the barrier that it's created. I had another question here. You have olive skin with dark circles. Dark is always blue, typically. Dark is always blue, so start with peach. So these, all the things I'm using now, I'm sure you probably can get on well, I shouldn't say that. But like NYX and Milani probably ship internationally. So I would check. You had acne before you started using this game changer. Dana, see what I'm saying? See what I'm saying? I'm telling you. There's a reason why. Okay, this is funny. There's a reason why. You ever had the stomach flu and you were in bed, or any kind of flu, but you're in the bed for 3 or 4 days. You didn't shower. You barely got up to go to the bathroom. Remember those days? Have you ever had those days and you didn't touch your skin? Think back. Isn't your skin pretty good? I forgot about that until someone on TikTok said that one day. Why is our skin the best when we don't mess with it for 4 or 5 days? This is what I'm saying. This is what I'm saying. Why did your grandmother and great-grandmother and old aunt in her 70s and 80s, why did they never battle the stuff we battle with our skin? They didn't wash that often. They didn't wash that often. They bathed not a lot. I think back to my grandmother who was born in 1898. She's passed away now, but she lived to be 102. The woman's skin was amazing. I never knew her to have anything wrong with her skin. She didn't overwork it. So I think we have to kind of get back to that, because I think we're so inundated with steps and routines and products. I think they're just thrown at us. So we just keep buying all this stuff and we keep putting it all on our skin. And while I do think a skincare routine is extremely important, nighttime and daytime, it should be simple. And I don't think you need to wash your face 8 hours after you washed it at night. What did you do to get dirty? Nothing. You just slept and your skin did its repair work. So leave it alone. Okay? There's my soapbox on that. Yeah, you only wash your face at night and it's so much better. I'm so happy to hear that. That's free skincare. That's a step we can do that costs nothing. It's not a product. It's just a way of rethinking kind of your morning routine. Go straight in with your morning skincare. So you sleep in a night mask. So you mean one that you have to take off, like a silicone one, or just one that you put on? Most of those you don't have to wash off. Because I have a skin mask. It says skin mask. But are the instructions you have to wash your face in the morning? I kind of find that counterproductive. Because you're just washing off what it was doing all night long. If it's a good product, why wouldn't you want it to stay on? I'm not saying you. I'm saying, why would they create a product that can't stay on your skin? That's what I want to know. Because most of it gets absorbed and the rest is on your pillow. So, okay, let's do my brows real quick. I've already done this part. I'm just going to do this part now. NYX micro pencil. I'm just going to draw what I call I've got my little mirror here, but you can see, right? I'm going to draw my baseline, which means I connect. Watch this one step, how much better my brows look with just this. So irregular hairs at the bottom. They're all at different lengths, right? Some are short, some are long. I don't start here. I start in here. I'm just going to draw kind of what I call the baseline. Look already, that looks better than that. Is that not crazy? Yeah, I know. Our grandmothers had amazing skin. They probably got wrinkled, but breakouts, hormonal acne, that wasn't a thing. I feel like 50, 60 years ago. You know, go back and look at pictures. No one had the horrible acne we have now. But a lot of it is environment and I think food and additives, you know, that kind of thing. Okay, so I did the baseline. I'm now just going to do a little bit on top. I like my tail to be sort of thin. I don't do too much to that. And I keep it sort of high. If you're somebody who has to draw your eyebrows on from start to finish, because you have no brows, I have a video for you. I go to my YouTube video. The link is in my bio. I talk about how you use the shape of your own face, where your nose are, where your eyes are, to draw the perfect brow. Okay, so you can go check that out. Okay, so I mean, I did very little to that and it looks better already. Okay, so I do have brows. Yes, I do have some brows, but you know what? I use on my brows too. My lash serum. You betcha I do. Again, for those of you just joining, that lash serum is in my bio. I got the company to give me a 20% off discount for you. I don't do a lot in this area right here because I want that sort of sparse. If you start heavy here, you got to go heavy all the way. So don't start here. Let a little skin show through there. That's what real brows do. And the makeup I love, guys, is makeup that doesn't look made up. I should put that on a t-shirt. Why can't there be makeup that doesn't look made up? I like makeup to look like it just makes my skin look amazing. Like, does Mandy get a facial every week? That's what I want people to think. Like, man, her skin is good for 52. That's all I care about. I don't want you to see the makeup. I just want you to think I've got pretty good skin. Okay? That's it. That's all we're doing. I'm just going to Lowe's today. I got a bunch of plants I'm putting in because finally it's nice and warm and the rain has stopped. Now, if you want to go back in and do one more sweep of the Thick It Stick It, you absolutely can. This will lock it in, lock those brows in where they don't move. And I'm telling you, this is my new favorite, and it's drugstore. If you want to go give Anastasia $30 for her brow stuff, girl, get down with your bad self. I'm not doing it. I'd rather buy a pair of shoes, to be quite honest, because this is great. It's great. All right, now, Let's do lashes. This is one of my favorite things. So remember, I told you, lash serum. I use it every day during the grow out time, which will take 2 or 3 months, every day. Don't skip. Don't get lazy on me. All right? Because then you'll be like, it's not working. Well, you forget half the time. So make it a part of your skincare routine, okay? Takes 4 seconds. And then once they're grown, once you have lashes, which will be in the 2 to 3 month mark, like as good as they're going to get point is what I'm trying to say. You can back off the serum. And then now I use it maybe twice a week, almost like maintenance, because you lose lashes like you lose hair, right? Either you pull them out or they just have a life cycle. So you eventually will lose lashes but then your new ones will grow again. And that's when you go back to your everyday on the serum. Okay. I'm going to do Maybelline Falsies mascara today. I love it. I love it. It's fine. It's better than fine. It's better than a bunch of the stuff you can get at Sephora. Because remember I told you, I've tried all those. And they're not worth $30. $40 for mascara, please. Now, if you like those mascaras and your favorite is the IT Cosmetics, your favorite is, whatever, the MAC Stack. If you love those and that's your ride or die, then don't change. I would never tell you if you found your ride or die to change. Look at that pretty lash, though. That's one coat. I always do 2, maybe 3 if I'm feeling extra. It's the only thing I do that's sort of extra are my lashes because I'm proud of them. Because I never, even in my 20s and 30s, my lashes weren't this good. A lash serum was not a thing back then. It could be a very dry formula. Dry formula mascaras tend to flake. So I don't like those formulas. How you know you have a dry formula mascara is if you try to put more on 3 hours later. If you try to put more on 3 hours later and you run that wand on your lashes and it goes, it's a dry formula. I like formulas that, look at that. I like formulas that have a moisturizing element to it, and that tends to be the ones that I gravitate towards. And this is one of those. Pixie Large Lash Mascara is one of those. Maybelline Sky High is one of those. All of those mascaras, I can go back hours later and add more. True story. Okay, so that's the difference. I find the dry ones are the ones that flake. Okay, let's go back with coat 2. Again, this is like $7. But I do feel like my lash serum is a key component. It's nice when I get asked if I'm wearing false lashes when I'm not. Like, I don't get compliments anymore from rando people. Oh, okay, guys, this actually is kind of funny. So I'm 52. I'm a mom of grown boys, I did try the L'Oreal Lift. It's dry. That's one that's dry. Yeah, the telescopic lift, dry. Pretty lash, but it's dry. It didn't flake on me, but I can see how it could. Yeah, you can't put more on later. Do dry mascaras come in waterproof? I don't know because I never buy waterproof mascara. Because I feel they're also kind of dry. And they're hard to get off. And I just find that I don't think waterproof mascaras are as pretty. I don't know. I was at Burlington Coat Factory. Guys, I've got a 21-year-old son and an almost 19-year-old son. I'm 52. I know who I am. My probably most attractive years are behind me. But having said that, I feel pretty. I have a lot of days where I feel very pretty. But you know what I'm saying. Like, my 20s and 30s, I was amazing. But I was at Burlington Coat Factory and this guy pushing a baby in a stroller. And I was not fixed up. That's why I think there's something wrong with this guy. He walks up to me. He says, I just want you to know you're really pretty. And I went, thank you. He was probably in his late 30s, maybe 40, pushing a baby in a stroller. On my nose and under my eyes and on my chin, someone asked what I've used so far. Just this. The Milani Supercharged Under Eye Brightener in Peach. Okay. I said, oh, thank you. You're very kind. Thank you. It just kind of made me feel nice. Okay. So I'm now in another, I know, I'm now in another aisle looking at something different. Maybe 10 minutes has come by. I notice someone's on my left. He's there again. He goes, just got to say this. Are you married? I was like, oh, very 30 years. He goes, oh, okay, okay. And he walked off. Guys, I was floored. I could not wait to tell my husband. I could not wait to tell my husband. My kids thought it was hilarious. They would, right? All right. There's 2 coats of drugstore mascara. Not too shabby. Sorry for the noise if you hear it. My husband's redoing our kitchen. He's in there working. But seriously, get the lash serum and then get drugstore mascara. Done. This is the combo. Okay? Let's move on. Now, I normally tight line. Should I tight line? Let me just tight line so I can show you guys. So tight lining is when you fill in that gap underneath your lashes. Now, why do I do that? Because I don't want that fleshy color under my lashes. Nothing's wrong with it. The serum. Just this one. It's a color corrector from Milani, supercharged. Under eye brightening tint. Brightening under eye tint. 120 peach. Okay. I broke up with eyeliner a long time ago on my lids. Oh, the lash serum. Sorry. Hello Skin. It's in my bio with a 20% off discount code for you. Because I'm looking out for you. Everything you get mascara, it is dried out. Oh, it's dried out when you buy it? Or it dries out? Yeah, I don't like dry formula mascaras. I'm just not a fan. No. They may make a pretty lash, but I just don't like how they behave. Okay. I tight line because I no longer put liner on my lids. I don't put liner under my eyes. That's just me, but I do love a tight line. And that means I'm going to make my lashes all of a sudden look even better. So watch. You're welcome. This is just a black. This is not my favorite. It's okay. I don't know that I'll rebuy it. My favorite liner I have had trouble finding, and it's the NYX. If you can find this, get it. NYX Epic Wear liner stick in waterproof. I can find the liner stick, but not in waterproof. And when you do your waterline, a waterproof liner is amazing, right? Okay, so this is the Maybelline Lasting Drama. It's fine. I find I have to work a little bit to get it on. Okay, there we go. This means putting this on my waterline under my lashes. Now, it will just give more beef to my lashes. Like that. So do you see how it looks a little darker now compared to that one? Let me get really close so you can tell. Do you see the difference? It almost looks like I put it on my lid, but I didn't. So my favorite mascara of all times at the moment right now is this one. The Pixie by Petra. But a lot of people's Target doesn't carry Pixie, so today I used this, which is also beautiful. Maybelline Falsies. And then the Maybelline Sky High is also fantastic. These are like my top 3, truly, okay? So tight line under those lashes, and then you won't miss. If I pull back, look, do you see? It looks like I have liner. I do, but it's not on top. And if you're someone who has hooded eyes, liner on your lid is tricky. I'm almost like, just give it up. If you want to do a little flicky wing, that's fine, but lining that lid, if you have hooded eyes, is tricky. And then if you have crepey skin on your eyes, which happens as we get older, liner sort of pulls and drags. It's not great, right? So I just do this now. Can we add something for moisture? For what, honey? I usually just typically, you love that Maybelline mascara? I know. And I try every new mascara that comes out, drugstore wise. I'm sort of over the high end ones. I'm like, I'm just never impressed with them, personally. If a mascara is $40, it better be 9 times better than the $5 one I have. That's what I'm saying. And they never are. Okay, there we go. The liner part of the program is over, but it looks like I've added liner on my lids, right? All right, now let's get back to our skin. I've got to put something on my lips. They are so dry. I'm just going to put a little bit of my NYX Butter Gloss, which I have every color. They're probably my favorite lip gloss of all times, and they're $4.99. I just love them. I just love them. I have them in every purse. I have every color. This one is Eclair, and they're named after food. Eclair, meringue. What's this one? Angel food cake. Just name stuff after food, and the women will buy it. All right, let's get going. Now, I'm going to get into the makeup I wear and have worn. What's the name of the NYX? Sorry, there's the drill. Epic Wear liner stick. I hope you find it. I keep looking. They better not have gotten rid of it, because I'll be upset. Because then I'll have to find another new favorite. That was like my go-to. I just bought it over and over again. Now this, okay, so let me just slow down a minute here. What I put on my face earlier is from Milani. I could walk out the door like this and be fine with myself. I really could, but I'm on here with you, so I'm going to show you the rest of my normal makeup routine, okay? This is Saint makeup. You probably have seen it if you're on TikTok or Instagram. I've been wearing this for 5 years. I'm sort of an OG, okay? I discovered this when no one was talking about it but 2 or 3 girls, and it spoke to me because I was 46 years old and at a crossroads when it came to my makeup, my skin, everything. I was too young to be old, but I was too old to be young. And I was still putting makeup on like I did when I was 25. I wasn't happy with it. I didn't feel my prettiest, but I had no idea what else to do. And there wasn't the people on like this talking about things. So I just sort of stumbled across a girl putting this on, and I was like, whoa, 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 whoa. What is this? I'd never seen anything like it. So don't be scared of the size of my compact. I know, isn't it amazing, Amy? Don't be scared. I will never tell you to get one this big. And just so you know, from this point on, what I'm going to show you, I will color match you to your perfect colors. I'm sorry about the drilling, but my husband's working on that kitchen, so we're going to let it go, right? Oh, do you have this compact too? The pink slip? Yeah, it's pretty. This is a big one. But the colors in these tins and everything was in one compact. I'd never seen anything like it. I just was mesmerized by it. So I'm going to show you my makeup, simple routine, anybody can do. Let's get at it. This is the 3D brush. When I color match you, by the way, you're going to get color matched by me by clicking on my link and heading to take my makeup quiz. It's 10 questions. They're not hard. I'm not even asking you to self-diagnose your skin. I do that. Okay? Oh, that poolside palette was pretty. Well, they're going to be releasing a whole bunch of new compacts probably and products in a couple of weeks because the conference is in Texas. I'm gonna go. I'll take you along with me. Follow me on Instagram because that's probably where I'll do most of my posting, especially the new products. So if you're already a Saint lover, go follow me on Instagram. My handle's the same. It's me, Mandy P. Link is in my bio if you just want to tap on the Instagram icon. But yeah, I'm excited. I'm leaving it on Wednesday. So these are my bronzers. I don't wear them all at once, but I am kind of mixing a couple of them right now because I love to mix. I feel like Bob Ross. So I'm going to take my detail brush, and when everybody gets recommended this brush. I think everybody needs it. It's perfect. There's one other brush I also love, but everybody gets this one. I don't care who you are. Okay? You're going to see me use it for several things on my face. I'm going to pick up some bronzer, and I'm just going to be honest with you. I bronzer. It's a bronzer and contour combo. What's the name of the moisturizing cream? The moisturizing cream. Tell me what you mean by that. Because I didn't put any moisturizing cream on today, on camera. Although I have some on my face. I feel like you can bronzer and contour all in one. I don't think you have to have 2 different products unless you want to. And the older I get, the simpler I want things. And I actually love just doing one step. So do you see what I just done there? Do you see what I did? I just warmed up my forehead like I just came home from the Bahamas. Okay? I mixed Bella bronzer and my contour shade, which I will tell you your contour shade when I color match you. Okay? I'll make sure you don't get one too light, too dark, too gray, too ashy, too red. Peach, Lily, and Matcha, but you didn't get the company name. I didn't put anything on my face that was Peach, Lily, and Matcha, but maybe you're asking somebody else on here, so I'll stay out of the conversation, because sometimes you girls have conversations with yourself, which I'm happy about. Now, I'm going to bring this down a little bit like this, in a C. This is bronzering, contour and bronzer all together. We don't have to necessarily chisel out a cheekbone every time we go out the door. That's my opinion. If you love contouring, I want you to do it. I want you to do it all day long. But I kind of love this easy bronzer. There we go. All I wanted was to add a little bit, and I'm kind of right on my cheekbone, but also that's why this brush is so amazing for it. Do you see how it just sort of is flat? It hugs? It just hugs my face. This is the detail brush. I think it's perfect. So now I've got this, I have sort of contoured my face, but I also bronzed it at the same time. Guys, I'm all about a twofer. I'm telling you that right now. Now, I'm not doing foundation yet. I'm still going to work in my adding color, okay? Because what I like to do is leave my foundation for the end, so I have the least amount on. Because too much foundation is where we get into trouble, okay? I am going to put on a little bit of candy. I've been stuck on this color. I get on a thing where like I wear the same color for like 4 or 5 days. I'm like, oh, I love this color. And then I kind of find another color. Like there's plum, there's Hollywood. Oh, Hollywood. I'll tell you a fun fact about Hollywood. Hollywood is actually an exact dupe for the NARS $40 blush with a naughty name. True story. And that's $16. So I know what I'd rather buy, and it's a cream versus a powder, which I prefer. Okay? But I'm going to go in should I do Hollywood? Let me just do Hollywood so you can see it since I'm talking about it. Okay, so little bit. I go in very little, and because I just pick up a tiny bit. Hair on my brush. I add more as needed. Nothing is worse than putting too much blush on and then having to figure out what to do with it. You're like, oh, you're trying to spread it out and get it to blend out and go away and soak in. You're like, oh God, went way too strong. But I like to just press it in. I like the illusion of blush. I don't want you to see blush sitting on my face. I like the essence of blush. Because what was blush? What was the purpose of blush? What was the look it was supposed to create? Thank you. When this color is good on everybody, I'm telling you, Hollywood is a universally beautiful color. That's why NARS can't keep it in stock. That's why they can't keep theirs in stock, because it just is universally beautiful. Blush was meant to do just that. It was meant to make that flush in a woman's cheek when she gets a compliment or gets a little embarrassed or gets a little flustered. That little rosy that would come to her cheek was considered very attractive. That's why we're still doing it. That's why we're putting it on. Okay? Years later, years and decades later. So that's all that blush is meant to do, is mimic that sort of flushed and health and vibrancy to our cheek. Now, I am not telling you how much blush to put on. Put on as much as you want. I just sort of keep it in a realm of possibility that maybe it's just I've got a super healthy lifestyle. Okay, now everything's looking pretty good, and I haven't even touched my foundation yet. So now we're going to do that last. So I'm going to go in back to that detail brush. I'm going to use the small end though this time, because I'm going to deal with a couple areas specifically first. So remember how I put that Milani, where'd she go? Right here. The Milani orange or peach color corrector. Remember how I put that a little bit under my eyes, nose, and chin to start with, just to get rid of the redness and to neutralize the dark. And I'm going to do a little more of my under eyes when I'm done, but I'm going to show you that in just a second. So I've already used this for color correction, but because this is my trouble area, this here and this is the area I carry extra pigment. A lot of women carry pores here. Their skin is textured, meaning it's bumpy. It's not smooth. So you want to go with the darkest color. You want to go with the darkest color. Today I used, my bronzer and contour was Bella and Ash. What is the name of the blush palette? Oh, Hollywood is the color I put on my cheek today. Okay, Hollywood. I'm using a small brush in my darkest colors. Now, I will never tell you day one to get all these colors. Never, never, okay? I will probably only recommend you 2, so don't panic. When I color match you, I'll recommend 2. 3 at the most if you have a lot of correcting to do, okay? But usually most women can get away with 2, okay? But do you see how I have a bridge of color here from light to dark? For most women, for some of you that may be like, that's overwhelming. For some of you, they'll be like, that's really interesting. Okay, so doesn't matter where you fall. I'm only going to use a couple colors at a time. So small brush, because I'm going to work in a small area. I'm going to pick up, and by pick up, I mean that's it. Again, small amounts to start with. You can always add more later. Don't go too much too quick, because then you got to worry about what to do with it, right? So I'm going to put this darker color, tapping it on right across this area here, like I said, where I carry my excess redness. That's really pretty. Okay, got my little mirror here so I can always double check what I'm doing. Back in for a little more. I mean, it just looks like there's nothing. It's cream. So it just looks like there's nothing on my brush, right? That's because there's hardly anything on my brush. Pressing in your makeup when it's a cream just lets it melt right into that skin. The warmth of your skin naturally warms up that product. Oh my gosh, yes, so pretty. If you ever put makeup on your face and it makes your pores stand out, it is too light. Most women, sad to say, are walking around with too light of makeup because they think they need that to get rid of the dark. Dark covers dark quicker, faster, and with less product. So if you notice pores after your makeup, the color is wrong. Okay, the color is wrong. Now, I'm just going to tap a little bit right here on my chin as well, that darker color. Okay, you can also kind of swirl like this, push it into those pores. That works well as well, okay? Just like that. Got a little bit red under your nose? Hit that. And the small brush is great because you're working in a small area, okay? Now, this is another brush I recommend to a lot of women. It's called the wash brush. It's fluffy and light. Now, why am I using a dense brush in some areas, but a fluffy brush in other areas? Because fluffy brushes pick up less product. And if you've got skin that's pretty good and not problematic, you don't need the same amount of makeup. Okay, so less makeup is going here. I would never put the same amount of makeup here that I would put here where I have a little extra trouble. Okay, that doesn't make sense to me. So I think so many women just, we just pound the makeup on our face the same amount everywhere, trying to get it all the same level of coverage. But in reality, you don't need the same level of coverage probably all over your face. And that's why this is so genius. That's why having more than one color, more than one brush for application is genius. Okay, so I've got this left here with no makeup on it. So I'm going to take my fluffy brush into my lighter colors. And although I'm using 2 ends of the spectrum here on my face, but you will not know by the time I'm done that I've done that. Okay, so lighter color is going to go here next to my neck. Okay, remember my blush and bronzer is there, so I'm just leaving that alone. Don't need to go over there. Okay, don't need to cover that up. And yes, you can still see some of my freckles there. That's what I want. That's what I want. Remember, we're not doing a spackle face. We're not doing the spackle face. I have an old neck and chest. Okay? I can't make a ridiculously flawless face because it would look nuts on the rest of me, okay? So my lighter color went up here and along here. Now whatever's left on my brush goes above my lip. I never go back in for more contour. Bella is from NYX. No, Bella is this right here. That one. Just started your brow line in the middle instead of the front thing. Oh, yay! Andy, that's awesome. Yeah, it just gives such a natural looking brow. Like, don't we just want our brows to look like, these are my brows, and we didn't have to draw them on? Nothing wrong with drawing them on, but if we have to draw them on, let's try to make them look like we didn't draw them on. That's the whole purpose of, it's all smoke and mirrors. It's all smoke and mirrors, ladies. Okay, so, and what I was saying was I never go back in for more makeup right here because it will, if you put too much, it all settles in these little lines and stuff right here. Okay, we're almost done. Look, oh, let me show you a trick. So most women are unhappy with their makeup sometimes because their face looks great, but it doesn't match their neck. Big problem, right? Big problem. So what do? They go, oh, my makeup must be too dark. Let me go lighter so it'll match my neck. Wrong on every level. That color is too light for my face. It would not give me the coverage. So yes, that's lighter than that and that, but this is easy to fix. You take your fluffy brush, go back into your bronzer, and you can use powder bronzer if you want for this. I'm just going to use my cream bronzer because it's here, and it won't make my neck look all dry. Okay, a little bit of bronzer. This is the blush and bronzer brush, by the way, but any fluffy brush is fine that you have, but just move it fast. Fast, fast, fast. Go back in for a little more. Fast, 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 fast. Spread it around quickly. Okay, do you see that? Now, I just warmed up my neck. It's the same color as my chest, and it doesn't look like it's too light. I got to use that little bronzer everywhere just to get rid of it. Okay, that's it. Now, someone asked me earlier, if you have purple under eyes, what color? You need something like this. This is Demi, also available on the website. These are color correctors, specific color correctors. So I've got pinks and yellows and oranges here. That color, Y01 and OY1, that is great for purple. This palette called Just Hollywood or Hello Hollywood by ColourPop. I'm sorry, I don't understand. I'm sorry. The color I have on my cheek is by Saint, and it's called Hollywood. So I don't know if that clears it up for you. I'm trying to, it's so hard sometimes to understand the questions that I really want to make sure I answer them. Okay, I'm going to do a little more work on my under eye. So I feel like, let me get my brush, my right brush. I feel like it's pretty good, but I kind of feel like I can do a little bit better. You know what I mean? Okay, so let me show you what I'm going to use. Let me show you what I'm going to use. I'm going to use the bright brush. This is a tiny little brush. There we go. There it is. Okay. This is another under eye color corrector by Pixie. Okay. It's called, hang on, Brightening Peach. Brightening Peach by Pixie. Remember, this is Pixie. I have a lot of Pixie products. This is great mascara by Pixie. This is an under eye corrector. Okay. So I'm taking a tiny brush and I'm just going to do a little more work under that eye where I've got a little residual darkness. This did a great job, but I just want to show, and I'm comfortable going out of the house like this. I'm not trying to say that I'm not. I am. But I do want to show you that if you really want to fine tune that under eye even a little more, see, that's what those head things do to my hair. You almost can't put those things on if you're going to go out in public afterwards. Okay, so here we go. Tiny brush. I'm going to pick up a little bit of this cream peach color corrector, just like that. Stay where you just have the darkness, okay? I'm going to get close so you can see my skin too. Do you see that? Do you see how you can still see? I've got a couple beauty marks there. I've got some freckles there. So if I get close, you can see them. But when I pull back, isn't it pretty? I mean, it's pretty up close too. But don't obsess over every single dark spot on your face being decimated, okay? It's exhausting. It's nearly impossible, and you'll never accomplish what you want. So just create a beautiful, like stand back and get perspective, right? Don't do your makeup like this, please, on a mirror like that, because you'll never be happy. Do you know what I mean? So, tiny brush. Do you see where I've got a little bit of residual darkness here? I think I can just do a little bit better job with a little more orange color corrector, peach color corrector. So I'm just going to take this. I'm going to start right here on the inside of my eye. I don't need to have all this dark gone here. This dark right here actually contours and frames your eye. If you're all beige everywhere here, that gives a very weird and artificial and almost cartoonish appearance to your eye, and it's not reality. So I need to keep a little darkness there so I look like a human. So I get rid of a bulk of it, but I don't obsess about all of it going away, okay? Now, I've got a little shadow line there. It's called the tear trough shadow. I'm just going to pull a tiny bit down here. If you just stick to where you have the excess darkness, you won't overdo. Oh no, girl, that's way, I mean, use that to put your contacts in and then no more. No one looks good that close up, and no one's ever going to be that close to you, right? So just that little bit more. Do you see the difference? Pixie. If your Target doesn't carry Pixie, you can get online and get it. I'm also going to tap a tiny bit right out here. Tiny bit. Thank you for the rose. Thank you for the rose, Misty. Okay, so you've got a little collection of darkness right in that outer corner. Most of us do. Gone. Better than that? No, it's a color corrector. Okay, now let's do this eye. You can go in and do makeup like that, but don't stay in front of that mirror like that, because you've got to pull back. Every artist, do you know why they pull back? Those you see, you know, if you see artists paint, they take their paintbrush and at some point they hold it out like this and they step back from the painting. They're getting perspective. You will lose perspective if you stay focused in on a zoomed in mirror. You will lose perspective of what you want your face to look like. I've got a little residual pimple right there. I'm just going to hit that with this because peach is amazing. Okay. Now, shadow line, pull it down like that. This may be too light if you have darker skin or dark under eyes. So you'll need to adjust the level of orange that you are using. So if peach makes your dark under eyes look ashy, it's too light. But a lot of color correctors do have different levels of orange, which is nice, okay? So because I've used so little, because I haven't used concealer, this will not crease. This will not crease. Yeah, I'm in the USA, so it's in my web to purchase Saint. There's a link in my bio that says shop my favorite makeup. But if you want me to help you choose your colors, you're going to want to hit my take my makeup quiz, and then I'll send you an email that gives you your colors. Okay? I don't care what blush you choose. That can be your choice, but I will recommend your two face colors, a bronzer contour corrector. Because corrector, it's all about the amount you're putting on, and corrector corrects quicker than concealer. Concealers are beige, so unless you're getting a concealer that has quite a bit of orange pigment in it, beige doesn't color correct anything. Beige is not any color on the color wheel. So if you're using beige to get rid of darkness, if you're getting rid of the darkness, it's because of the amount you put on. I'm not about using quantity of product to cover. I am more concerned with quality and specifically the right color. Okay? How do you know okay. whatever. How I can do that? Sorry, I need to know what you're asking. So if you are used to using beige concealers and you find they're just not working for you, it's likely because it's the wrong color. And because a lot of times we're wanting one product to brighten and color correct, and it's just not going to do it, it's not going to do the same thing. You really need a color corrector to get rid of the dark, and then sometimes you can go in with a little bit of a brightener afterwards, but get the color done first, okay? Get the color corrected first. So I'm essentially done and ready to go. You have extra skin under your eyes and concealer creases. Yep, it will. It will. Because it's got to do with the amount of product you're putting on, likely. And the minute you put too much product on wrinkled under eyes, honey, go to my bio, click on the link, and click on Take My Makeup Quiz. That's how you'll get it. Less is best. Less is best. 100%. Yes. And if you go to my YouTube channel, I actually have a YouTube that I filmed where I show you my favorite peach color correctors, because I have several of them, all different price points, all different. So this is one that comes in several shades of orange. So this is the LA Girl Pro Conceal. It's great. Again, you're just putting it where it's dark, but they have levels of orange. So if you have dark skin, that you can get a darker orange, which will work better. Again, any color corrector should not turn your dark color ashy. If your dark color is ashy, the color corrector is too light. So you need to adjust. So it's not like this one color works for everybody, but the principle is always going to be the same. Color correcting is going to get rid of darkness. So I am really happy with this under eye. I think it's fine. It's not going to cause me problems later, even if I zoom in really close. Even if I wink and move my face all day, because I can move my face, I'm not going to worry about anything, any problems later on. I won't have to touch it up. And because my face is full of cream product, if I ever feel like in 7 or 8 hours, I need to sort of touch it up, I don't add more makeup. Do you want to know what I do? I take my finger and I just press it all back in place. I just take the warmth of my finger. I do not put more on. Okay? Because the thing about cream makeup is it doesn't go anywhere. It doesn't disappear. It doesn't evaporate. It's not a liquid foundation, because sometimes liquid foundations can go dry. Do you know why they go dry later on our skin? Like, why do they start out feeling so beautiful and dewy and luminous, and then 3 hours later we're like, why is my skin looking all dry now? It's because the water that was in it has evaporated. The minute water hits atmosphere, it evaporates. So that's why you feel the texture is different on liquid makeup a few hours after you put it on. Cream makeup does not have that quantity of water in it. So there's nothing to evaporate. So this moves with my face all day. It doesn't go anywhere. And so I never have to worry about putting on more. My claim to fame on this makeup is a couple years ago. 2 years, right before COVID. We flew to Europe and we were gone for 3 weeks. And I put my makeup on in California that morning. I took a red-eye flight, 11 hours on a plane, landed in England, didn't go to bed for 10 more hours. So I didn't touch my face for 30 hours. I had to take my makeup off. My makeup was still on. Now, I slept on the plane, you know how 11 hours on a plane might be. You can imagine, right? So, lipstick needed touched up, but my skin still looked amazing. My skin still looked amazing, right? What makeup remover do I use? I use a microfiber cloth with water only. Run it over my face. Warm water, microfiber cloth. Use powder because you don't want to transfer to clothes. So my makeup does not transfer because I don't have enough on. Nothing comes off. There you go. That's the key. It's the amount. Microfiber cloth with water first, all over your face. Microfiber cloth with water, lashes, mascara, get it off. Just water. I love the Pond's cleansing cream for my eye makeup. So any now mascara that's kind of underneath my eyes or my, whatever, if I wear eyeshadow that day, I take a little bit of that Pond's $6 tub of cleansing cream that your grandma probably used, and I rub it gently on my eyes. It's fantastic. Microfiber cloth gets it off. Then, and you can put that all over your face as well if you want, but I double cleanse at night. I don't use official makeup remover. I don't think it's necessary, especially if you get 60% off of it. Yeah, Pond's cleansing cream. I think it's got a green top. Yeah, it is fantastic. I mean, yeah. Would you ever imagine slapping your face like that after you had your makeup on? Doesn't bother me because mine doesn't come off. It's still there. So the reason that I think we're told we have to set our makeup and we have to prime our face and setting spray and powder is because we have so much of it on, we're worried it's going to go somewhere. I don't have enough on to worry about because I have the right colors, right texture, and I'm able to just put a tiny bit on with a little brush, and I never have to think about it again. I never have to. Remember that old commercial, Set It and Forget It? I just put my makeup on and I go about my day. I never think about it again. I never have to check in the mirror to see if it's still there. Okay, well, let me just, an example. Let me show you. Let me demonstrate something. So I've got this really pretty Hollywood blush on, right? Just easy, beautiful. I'm just going to go plant flowers today. But let's say my husband comes home and says, hey, let's go to dinner tonight. Oh, all right. Now, I'm still good with my makeup. Like, I'm still in good shape. I may add a little more eyeshadow or a deeper red lipstick, but maybe I want to add a little punch of another color blush. Maybe I want to zhuzh it up a little. Maybe I want something a little more kapow. Okay, so what will I do? Let's say I might want to do something like this. This is called Ruby. Okay, so let's say I want a little more dramatic blush. I'll go with my brush. I will pick up a little Ruby. I always dot first and then work it in. So that was probably too much, but we're going to make it work. Very pigmented. You don't need much. Flip it around. So now I've got a little bit more. Let me use this one. A little bit more of a dramatic blush. It's a little more kapow. And then if I want to, I'll dip my finger. It's called lip and cheek. So you can put it on your lips as well. Let's go to dinner, honey. You ready? You betcha. You betcha I am. Took me 2 seconds to create a little more of a fun date night look. Does that send your heart soaring like it does me every time I open this up? Possibilities are endless. And you know what? I mix all of these together. So these are all, you can tell my finger's been in that one and a red, right? These are all the same cream. So you can custom create colors. So I put that color with that one. I put that color with that one. I put that color with that one to create colors that don't exist yet. And it's just a matter of tapping your finger into both and dotting it on your cheek or tapping your brush into both. So it's just, I tell you what, when I found this makeup got fun again. That's the truth. Makeup got fun again. I'll show you another cool thing. You ready for this? You probably aren't ready for this. So colors that don't have any gloss to them that I wear on my cheeks, because some have a little more, some are a little more sheer and have a little gloss. Some are more satin or matte. There's nothing I love better. There's nothing I love better than to pick up a color like a blush color and use it on my eyes. That is a color called Plum. I'm going to take an eyeshadow brush. I'm going to take a little bit of that cream plum. You ready for this? I now have an eyeshadow, a cream color on my eyes, all in the same compact. Now we do have powder. Saint does make powder eyeshadows, and I have them all. But if you just want simple, easy, I mean, what could be easier? Just grab one of your blush colors. And this is beautiful on your cheeks as well, and your lips. I mean, let's take a little bit of this plum and just mix it with that ruby. Now it's sort of a nudie color. Don't waste. Don't waste. I mean, can you see why when I saw someone put this makeup on, I was like, what is this voodoo I'm watching? Like, I had never seen anybody use makeup in this way before, where there were no rules. You could mix colors. I mean, look at that color. That's a beautiful color by any standard, any lipstick. This could be a MAC or YSL or Dior lip shade. And I just put it together by mixing two I had in my compact. I mean, what could be more fun? So, if you are not having fun in your makeup anymore, if you don't feel pretty in it, if you don't feel like it's making your skin look like you want it to anymore, it might be time for a change. So, if that's you, please reach out to me. Go to the link in my bio. Take my quick makeup quiz. It's 10 questions. Easy. I don't make anything hard, because if something's hard, we don't want to do it, right? The minute something gets hard, we don't want to do it. We're like, I'm out. Looks hard. So take the makeup quiz. I email you everything you need. Colors, what to buy, link to shop. And then once you click that link to shop from me, you have me for help forever with this makeup. And anything else you need. You have access to my makeup line. You have access to all my VIP newsletters. I mean, you get it all. Okay? Because I'm always here to help women feel their prettiest. So thank you so much for watching. I'm going to go to Lowe's, pick up a few more plants, and I am going to plant a flower bed that I have bare. Make sure to follow me here so you don't lose me, and you'll catch me again live. Make sure to follow my Instagram, because I'm on there often as well, and that way you don't miss anything. And we never know if TikTok's going to go away, right? They keep threatening. I hope it never does, because I love my TikTok community, but just in case, follow me on Instagram, because I'm over there as well. Guys, have a wonderful day. I hope I hear from all of you today, and I just want you to feel like I do about your makeup, and I know that you can. Okay? Guys, have a great week. Bye.